We are reading The Road to Paris. At the end of chapter 3, we found that Paris and Malcolm are separated from each other. Not knowing where each one of them are going, we're going to find out Paris's journey in chapter 4, Train Ride. Paris ignored the caseworker seated next to her and pressed her brown face against the cool window of the train, staring wide-eyed at the Hudson River as the train raced across the rails, heading north. Riverdale, Greystone, Hastings, Dobbs Ferry, Ardsley on the Hudson, Tarrytown, Philipse Manor, Scarborough. Slowly the cityscape gave way to the chiseled rock coast of the Hudson. The Hudson seemed one wide, wet boulevard separating the train and Paris from the other side of what? There were more open sky than Paris had ever seen from the streets of New York City. It was a view she would have loved to share with her brother. Was Malcolm on a train going far away too? Or was he still somewhere in the city? No one would tell her. Paris fell back in her seat and wiped away a tear. Except for a sniffle or two, she rode to Ossining in silence. She wished the noise in her head would die down, though. Thoughts and questions were banging against each other like tin pans inside her skull. What if they hate me? What if they beat me? Who will protect me? I could run away, but where would I go? I won't know anyone there. What if they locked me up like Mrs. Boone did? No, I won't think about that. Malcolm told me never to think about that again. Oh, Malcolm, I need you. But there was no Malcolm. Paris balled her fists, stuck them in her pockets, and closed her eyes. If she concentrated really hard, she could hear her brother's voice. Except now, that voice sounded a lot like her own. Everything will be all right. Everything will be all right. Everything will be all right. Ossining, let's stop. Ossining. Well, now we know that Paris is going north of New York City to a town that she has never been to before. So we're going to find out in chapter 5 who she meets and who she will be living with in that town. So stick with me as we journey into chapter 5.